Inflewence here. What's going on? I'm here with a new video. I want to talk about this thing, the PlayStation Portal. PS Portal, and I gotta admit, I was wrong about this thing. Now, there is a caveat to that. It has been updated quite a bit since it came out. However, even using it as it is intended when it first came out is great. Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. This is the PlayStation Portal. For those living under a rock, if you're into video games, you probably already know what this is. But yeah, it's a great piece of hardware, great machine. I really love it, actually. Well, I try not to say I love things. I do say I love things a lot, but I like it very much. Subscribe. It's great. And I have a skin on it, if you're wondering. It's a clear skin or a clear membrane type thing that goes around it. I have a link in the description for all of that, you know, my affiliate links, so it helps the channel out. And also, I bought one of these as well to go with it, which will come in handy because one of its flaws is you can only use the PlayStation Bluetooth headphones if you want to do Bluetooth. So, but if you get you one of these things, which will be in the description as well, or the first comment, pin comment, whatever, you get one of these things and you can actually, which what I'm planning on doing is plug it in, because there's a headphone jack under here. We'll get into that as well. But I like to plug it in, and I'm gonna just affix it with some two-way tape, just like that. So then, because I don't have any wired, well, I do have wired headphones. I'm using wired headphones now, but not really. I don't have wired headphones for gaming or for doing just anything else. All my earbuds are Bluetooth. And I actually don't like wired headphones when using this. I've used this like 3 or 4 times and there's no lag in sound, not for me anyway, and there wasn't no interference, I guess, with the Wi-Fi. The big thing with this, the big update, if you don't know, is that you can, if you have PlayStation Plus, I think the premium plus, or the premium, the highest one, if you have the one where you can stream games, you can stream through the cloud with this, and you don't even have to have a PlayStation 5. So this is a game changer when it comes to that. You can be on the go, stream, as long as you got good Wi-Fi. You just need good Wi-Fi, but you can stream games on the go. I haven't had an issue. I've actually streamed games from my hotspot, and it was okay. It was fine depending on where I was. My service is pretty good, but yeah, I think it'll be better to stream from like Wi-Fi, main Wi-Fi. It's just easier to keep a stable game. But I mean, on the go, if you're in a pinch, you're in the car, turn on the hotspot and try to get it going. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like I said, depending on the system, depending on how good the service is in that area. But yeah, this thing is great. I'll show some gameplay using it just as it's intended. I have used it just as it's intended, which is remote play. It's way better remote play. I have Backbone, a controller that fits your phone. I have another controller that fits your phone. I've done videos on it. If you want to see those, you can check it out. But you can try to look for them. I probably won't put them in the description. I've used those, and this streams remotely way better than my phone ever did. Whether it was on Wi-Fi, whether it was whatever, the PlayStation being wired and me trying to remote play, it just wasn't as good as this is. This has almost no lag in my house. As with many things, your Wi-Fi is what is going to determine your experience with this. They say the best way to experience it is through remote, of course, and you're not gonna have this wired, but having your PlayStation wired is probably the best way that you can remotely play. I don't have my PlayStation wired. I never did. I probably never will. just because I've never had an issue. I got 1 gig up and 1 gig down. So, and I got a mesh system in my house. So it never gave me any issues with streaming. Now, sometimes my son will be on, my lady's son will be on, I guess, streaming videos or whatever. My son will be playing PlayStation 5, streaming. She'll be watching stuff maybe on her phone or on the TV. I don't really get an issue, but every now and then there's like a hiccup, and that could be a flaw. I guess the pros and cons. Pros is the screen is great. Even though it's only 1080p, it's clear. It's wonderful. I really like the screen. I think it really looks good. I think it's an OLED, which is why partially it looks good. It's basically a PlayStation 5 controller, for those that don't know, with a screen in the middle. Everything on here is exactly the same as my PlayStation 5 controller. You got the home button, you got the start, you got the share, and the select or start or whatever over here. You have the mic mute button over here. You have the only thing you have to get used to is how far apart the controls are. But it was quick. It's just like picking up a PlayStation 5 controller, except there's a screen in the middle of the controller, and it just feels good. It feels right. It is a little slippery, just why I got this grip on there. You have volume rocker up and down. Top here, you have a power button on, and what's this button? I never use this button, but it's the link, a headset. So you have the link here that you just push, and it's like one touch linking the headset. But you have an on-screen menu that you can get to. And you have the link headset, close quick menu. You have the settings. You can go home, and then you can either connect to the PlayStation 5, your PlayStation 5, or stream through the cloud. So I'm just going to pick stream through the cloud and just show a little bit of this. So let's play a little GTA 5. And if you have the cloud saves on, it saves your saves too, and it comes from your saves. So let's see how long it takes. Preparing the game. And it is in beta right now, so I assume they're going to add more features, hopefully. But as you can see, it does take a little bit of time, depending. And we're in there. Now we're in there with Grand Theft Auto. See where I left off at. You can see how well the screen looks and all. Fast forward a little bit. And there you go. You hit the continue button, and then you can pick what you want, just like you would on your console. Resume story. Screen is great. You can see the startup, enter in the story mode. You have the countdown as you would. And here you go. And then here you are. And this is streaming. This isn't connected to the PlayStation 5 or anything. So you can do this without streaming. Without connecting or even having a PlayStation 5. As long as you have the premium. Oh. Ugh. I don't know why I got suit on, but so yeah, then you can swipe and you can have close the game. You have max resolution. You have settings. You can hit settings, but you got to close the game to deal with the settings. And this has very good battery life. I haven't picked this up. I haven't picked it up in about 4 or 5 days. I just haven't had time. And last time I put it down, it was probably like at 70, or not even 70. It probably was at like 60 something %. and it's at 57% now, just being on standby. And it was on standby. It wasn't off or anything. And I think it's a great product, and I definitely recommend it. There's not much else to really talk about. Like I said, everything will be linked in the description. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I was one of them people when it first came out. I was like, this is trash. We can just use our phones to remote play. But also, I don't think I was the market for it, because at the time I had my PlayStation in the living room, my PS5. It was easy to get to. Now I have it in my theater area, and if I want to play, I gotta come downstairs. I gotta go to the theater. I gotta turn it on, figure out, turn the projector on. I make it sound crazy, but it's not crazy. But at the same time, if I'm upstairs, or if I just don't feel like doing that, or maybe I'm sitting on the couch with my lady and I don't want to have that separation, like, sometimes you just want to chill with your person. And even if you're not doing anything or talking, maybe you want to chill in the same room just to have that energy, that connective energy. So she might be on her phone or watching TV. I can be on here playing PlayStation. Why? And that's the same as anything else. You can just, those applications can work anywhere. If you have one TV, or if you have a shared space, maybe you have multiple TVs, but you have your PlayStation 5 on a shared space, or maybe your kids are using the PlayStation 5. You also can stream, like I said, why they're using the PlayStation 5 still. So it's not, it's not interrupting anything. All right, so like I said, I'm out of here. This is definitely worth it to me. At the price it is, it's definitely a great buy. All right, so thanks for watching. Peace.
Life ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.